Hello, this is Crap Hunter, and welcome to another episode in the World of Tanks series. In this episode, I will be reviewing one of the lower tiered vehicles, and to be honest, she's been kind of a peep to me. This is the Marder 2. Many of you players out there who know this tank know it for its being nerfed beyond all reason. First of all, because the Marder 2 has often been, I don't know, I think, I'll be honest with you, I didn't really play this tank after I got the Hetzer, which was before the 8.0 patch, so unfortunately I can't remember much of my experience with the Marder 2, but I found it, I mean, I've been playing it recently. You can see on the experience thing, I didn't actually research the new gun, where is it, until a couple of days ago when a mate of mine was getting through World of Tanks and he was in the same kind of area I was. So I don't know whether the new gun is actually new in itself or whether it's just been there for a while, and because I haven't noticed it, it doesn't really pay too much attention to it. But anyhow, this tank destroyer is famous for being nerfed. Unfortunately, Wargaming has a habit of destroying decent tanks like this. I don't know why, but they do. It's got quite poor armor in it's not bad considering some tank destroyers in America or France or even Russia. Some of their designs are quite terrible. So don't forget though, this is a TD. You know, the whole point of a TD, in my experience, is the most of the time you've just got to not screw your shot up and then you're fine. If you miss your shot, which to be honest, let's face it, not exactly hard to miss a shot in this tank, you will screw it up and perhaps get killed. Or if you're unlucky, your teammates don't protect you from the Panzer 1Cs, of which I am getting more and more hateful of them. But anyway, let's stop rambling and get on to the stats. So, 165 hit points. The only one that beats that hit points is the British Valentine AT. It has 170 hit points. Actually, I think I've got the tank in my garage. Do I? Or do I not? Did I remove that vehicle? I couldn't have done. No, I did. I was being stupid. Oh, I know why, because I got the Elector, haven't I? Duh. Right. Sorry about that. I thought I had it in my garage. So it's so that way it's not, you know, it's like, unfortunately the armor is so thin that one burst of a Panzer 1C and you're on fire, but at the same time you can survive a couple of rough contacts. I mean, obviously you don't want to be in the thick of it with this thing, but let's face it, you're a tier 3 player, so unfortunately most of the thick of it will be surrounding you in a matter of seconds. Engine power wise, she's got 160 she's got engine power, so it's not bad. It's not like, you know, the best of things. Don't forget there are much faster tanks than you, Panzer 1Cs. So it's not bad. It does the job. I mean, I haven't got 100% cruise, so unfortunately this thing doesn't work to the absolute perfect level. Traverse speed, speed limit is 40, which is quite fast for a TD. Don't forget the Hetzer, I think, is a little slower. No, it's a little faster, but only by 2 miles per hour. Well, kph or whatever. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Traverse speed, I mean, once again, I don't have a fully 100% driver, so the thing doesn't exactly move as fast as I'd like it to, but it does the job for what it's worth. So, who knows? Obviously hull armor is 30 on the front, which is quite good, 15 on the sides and rear, which isn't so good. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I mean, it's, like I said, armor wise, the thing which has, armor wise actually, once again, the British are on top. The Valentine AT has 60 on all sides, so it's quite good. Being a British tank destroyer, you know you've got good chances of survival. Only downside of being a British tier tank is you're slow. Anyway, back to the main subject. So 15 on each side, not the fastest, but let's face it, that's the only thing protecting your crew from it. So shrapnel is the only thing that will probably be perhaps avoided or knocked off. But of course, one of the more famous aspects of German tank destroyers is their accuracy, of which this tank destroyer, because it's been nerfed enough times, unfortunately has none now. But in the sense of shell damage, it does quite good shell damage. It also does, I mean, this is with its top tier gun, but you start out with the 50 mil, and it does 70% penetration, which is not bad, and 70 damage, 67 penetration. There you go. I was wondering why it was so good. Yeah, so you got 67 penetration, which if you get on the Panzerjäger, this gun will get you to where you need to be. So it's not the best, believe you me. I mean, you know, I'd rather be having a 50 mil gun on the top. If you're the Panzerjäger, where is it? Yeah, so it's you'll get to the Marder 2 relatively quickly on the Panzerjäger, but unfortunately you'll have to grind a lot with this thing. It's not very pleasant. But considering you get from a tier 3 gun to a tier 4 gun afterwards, which is the PaK 42, if we do a comparison between the two, so there's the 50 mil and there's the 75. You get to fire more rounds, sure, but you get 31 extra penetration towards that. You don't get as much penetration with premium shells, but let's face it, I think the 98 compensates for that. You get a lot more damage with your 75 mil shells, whereas with this one it's just 70, and maybe 90 if you're lucky. Its accuracy is, admittedly, it's not as good. Accuracy-wise, it's not so good. Its aiming time is not so good. So, although you'll have more accurate fire and the ability to fire more shells, you will still have to try and get through the penetration value. Whereas with the penetration value, as I always think, it's a bit of a trade-off. If you have high penetration, your accuracy is going to be off, and sometimes if you have decent penetration, if you have decent accuracy, your penetration isn't going to be so fine. So it swings and roundabouts really. But as long as you know, I suppose being an experienced tank, if you get to that stage and you know you've got some decent experience behind you and you know how generally the game goes, I reckon you could still work with that gun. Now, this is something about the World of Tanks I didn't know. Like I said earlier, I didn't play the Marder 2 after the patch 8.0, so I don't know whether this gun here was the actual gun, was there before or after patch 8.4. So I'm assuming it was patch 8.0 first off. If I'm wrong, then please feel free to correct me. But I've only just started using this thing, and for a 76 millimeter, it's not bad in all honesty. I like it. I mean, 118 penetration is far better than 98. So if we do a comparison now between the two, yeah, so grab that. You've got 12 rounds now, just instead of 12 pounds 50, but you've got an extra millimeter of penetration, which means you get a lot more bang for your buck. You get about 15 more damage, which is quite impressive. That's half enemy health. Admittedly, the accuracy on the thing is just a bit worse, which is not so grand, but I suppose given the fact that you're a tier 3, having a tier 3 76 mil gun, it would decimate anyone, so I suppose it wouldn't be too surprising. Aiming time is absolutely appalling for a tier 3 gun, because let's face it, 2.9 seconds is faster than anything else, so it's faster. It's slower than anything else I've seen. So, you know, it's not exactly, I mean, like I said, it's not a great thing, and unfortunately this tank has been nerfed beyond all measurable reason. But sadly, that's the case. Not so good. View range, quite good though. You get a decent amount of view range with your thing, and signal range of course is quite good. Also, don't forget you get the FUG 5 in previous videos. I have said it and I will maintain it. If you're ever in the German tech tree, get the radios at lower tier as possible, because you get it for all of these tanks. And in fact, when you get to the Panzerkampf 3, or you get to that tank where it allows you to get the FUG 12, get the FUG 12. Then you'll never have to worry about radios ever again. Or in my case, that's in my case because I still haven't got the E75. And even then, the best radio on the E75 is the FUG 12. So getting to the E100 is the only damn radio I will ever need. I mean, god damn. I mean, on the Arc Tiger? No, Fug 12. Yep, that's pretty much it. Up to everything up to tier 10. Sorted. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Tier 9! And you can grab it at tier 3 to 4. The Panzer Ostif A, you can grab the Fug 7. You get to that. It just works. So get the radio whenever you can, folks, because you never have to worry about radios ever again for Germany. And that's why I love them. Anyway, so enough about spewing facts about this thing. Let's get into battle. Now, we're probably going to be tiered quite low, and my luck as usual, it'll be full of Panzer 1Cs. That's not too bad, actually. For some reason, the Valentine is put at a lower pace, but I'm certain that's not going to make anything. Anyway, see you in game. And we're back. So, I'm kind of surprised that the Valentine... Okay, I'll follow you, but if you start knocking me about, I won't. Anyway, so, like I was saying, kind of surprised that there isn't any... that Valentines are lower tier, or lower in the tiers than me, but... oh boy. Okay, that's where I'm not going to follow you, mate. Oh wait, no, he's taken up defensive position, so... Sorry, I thought he was going to do what Mr. Claudy is. I'm coming. Whoa. So there's the Su-76. Aiming time, once again, showing how slow it is. Taking its time. Bang! Oh, that just went underneath him as well. Lucky sod. Bang! Bang! There's his first kill. There's our first kill. So you can see the aiming time of this gun is one of the biggest downfalls of it, as if you were. Because obviously the whole point of a tank destroyer is to be able to provide effective and oh shit, no, it's all good. The whole point of a tank destroyer is to provide effective and powerful, effective and accurate, there's the word I'm trying to find, effective and accurate anti-tank fire. And Mr. Panther 38 is going to show his face. BAM! Gone. So, you could say for all you accuracy fans out there, oh, accuracy is the most important thing ever, it must be, blah 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 blah. Oh, he's got a 5 centimeter. Bang! That's another kill. Try and see if I can get a flank shot on this guy, because the Panther 38T needs some support. That's it, Mr. Marder 2. Back up into my shot. Oh, he gets shot. He got shot. And bang! He's gone. Now, unfortunately, our teammates have been knocked out. And there is 2 tanks out there. I'm not a big fan of taking on multiple tanks. It's a Panzer Ostif A. Su-76 is coming around the right. Don't exactly want to be exposed, but if we can do a double team on these guys, we could do some severe damage. Nice peeled and go. So I'm going to kind of keep my patience. So the Panzer Ostif A is now using a small 20mm gun. This is the thing you want to be afraid of in the Marder 2, because 20mm guns will rip you asunder. Unfortunately, a lot of our teammates are now focusing themselves on knocking out. Right, let's try and see if we can pop this guy in one shot, shall we? Bang! A lot of damage. Bang! Good shot. And he's gone. Now I'm on my own, so I probably might get killed soon. So I'm going to go, help! This is the kind of tactics I wouldn't exactly recommend, just to go ahead on your own, but as our teammates are so set in their ways, they are probably not paying attention to the fact that our entire right flank is now gone. If we get surrounded, this is the kind of thing which is... Okay, so the Panzer III and the T-46 most likely about to showing up. Yeah, J1, I agree, but if no one's going to be supporting me, I'm not really wanting to go first, am I? 4 kills isn't too bad. Might as well get into it, as the game is pretty much over. No cap would kill. Oh, of course, the T-46 is making a push, and the Panzer Ostif A is over there. He's just fired a shot off. And bang! Done another shot. Hello. Never mind. Okay, we're probably going to be able to get to cap faster than we can if we try and... Hey! Oh, no. I think he might have been damaged. No, he has been damaged, so... Good game. SU-76, like, no, we want to kill him! And people are like, don't cap! It's like, actually, we want to cap. Thank you very much. We've just, you know, potentially could lose this match if everyone decides to go off and... Yeah. Good game. Well played. Well played. That was a good game. So, 4 kills. Yeah, this thing is nerfed. I don't know. Like I said, I have never really heard of the nerfing competition. Competition, my bad. There you go. If I had premium, that would be even better, but whatever. So, like I said, I haven't really heard much about this nerfing thing. I mean, to be honest, we were in a kind of game which is the best for the tank that I've got. But I have found that, oh dear. We had a team... Here, there was a team killer on that. That's probably why we won. I think I got the most score. Yeah, I did. So... Oh, I need repairs as well. 1. So... Yeah, this tank destroyer, like I said, that was a pretty good match, tier-wise. I mean, more often than not, I've faced Panzer 1Cs. And although, admittedly, you can destroy them with relative ease, it's a pain in the ass. Really is. It gets really frustrating. Let's get on to the next one. It gets really frustrating having to deal with Panzer 1Cs spamming you to death. Which, surprisingly, are no longer around today, so it might be that, we'll see. And we're back. So, there we are. So that was a pretty good match, last one. Probably not going to do as well in this one, regretfully, but we'll give it our shot. Give it a best shot, because we've got a B1, you know, because B1s are amazing, or not. Oh! Thank you. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sort of moan about tanks like that, but I'm finding it now that the lower tier matches are starting to become maybe too chaotic for their own good. I mean, there's a Panzer 1C there, and like I said, you know, Panzer 1C is a really tiny tank with not too much... Hello, Mr. Brave. He's either being very brave or very foolish, because he's the top tier tank on the enemy team and he's just got himself killed. Bang! He's gone. So, hello. There's M5. Bang! And I just took a ricochet. That is the rarest ricochet I've ever seen. That's impressive. Like, wow, you've just ricocheted something. Here's a medal. Bang! Here's a decent shot on. Ow, ow. Can we try and get another one? Nope. And that's the reason why. Yeah, so, as you can see, no chance in hell of being able to do much effective killing with that armor. And I did some really stupid tactics. Never hide near the radiant. Never hide near a train like that, because what a surprise! You can be seen through it. And unfortunately, in his case, or in my case, that guy there could see me right through me. And even though my tank wasn't showing too much, can we zoom out? Yeah, my tank was still able to be shot at, so I should have backed up and let him away, but... So, you know, either way, we did something, we shot someone, so fingers crossed it works out that way. But yeah, so... See you after the tank returns, because it's going to kind of be difficult to review the tank itself when there's nothing here, so see you when you get back. So, there you go. Unfortunately, the tank was blown up. But we had one good one, and unfortunately we lost the other one. Where is it? There you go. There you go. Unfortunately we lost that one, but we did some damage, and we detected. So, like I said, the Marder 2 is a good tier 3 tank destroyer. It's not the best, but at the same time, it's it does the job. And if you're heading towards the Hetzer, it's a good way to start getting onto it. My only piece of advice is don't go onto the 105s or anything like that, because although the 105's big caliber may be tempting, you've got the 64 penetration and the derp gun style. So with that said, hope you guys have enjoyed. Any feedback on this kind of video, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I run other series. I will catch you guys later. This is Crap Butter signing out.